Biggest winner of the debate, it's got to be Marco Rubio. I know I often say that the pundits like Marco Rubio, but the voters not so much. He seems like a politician. They don't want a politician. All that still applies. Nonetheless, he really did a great job tonight. I mean, he did not seem as robotic as he normally does. He had substantive answers that were both, at times, could be mistaken for a decent human being. Right,
he showed empathy.
Yeah, he talked. He talked about how he understands why African Americans are frustrated when they get pulled over, but then said, "Hey, don't worry, white people. We're not going to do a goddamn thing about it." Right. So there was a lot that seemed substantive, but yet likable about him. So we're judging here not based on whether we agree with them or like them. Okay. Yeah. And I thought Ben Carson actually acquitted himself very well. I thought he was much more prepared than I would have expected. He also seemed likable. Cruz seemed more like the standard politician, a lot more talking points, but maybe the Republican voters like smarmy guys like Cruz. So, but at the end of the day, I think, John predicted that Rubio would win before the debate. I think you were right.
I think, so who's the biggest winner? I think it's a three-way tie, and I'm going to talk for 45 minutes about all three. I think
Which is what happened in the debate.
Yeah. If it's biggest winner, I think it's Marco Rubio. I think that Cruz won in sort of the same way. I think that they benefit from not having tough questions, obviously, as everyone would. But they also benefit from not having Donald Trump trying to distract from them and all that stuff. So I think that they similarly won in that they showed that they can answer any question that's posed to them, so long as the questions are all easy. But I do think that Marco Rubio did a better job of it. I think that he seemed less smarmy. I think that there is something about Ted Cruz that is naturally going to turn people off. I don't even mean his positions, because I thought Rubio's actual policies he was pushing are horrendous. But again, we're judging how they did. It's up to the other side, Bernie or Hillary, to show how their policies are wrong, and us on our show. So I think that Marco Rubio did the best. I think that Ben Carson, were he an actual force in this election, this would have been a huge win for him. But he's just hanging on for book sales, so it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. He's not going to get much out of this. And so I think that this is going to be good for Marco Rubio if people are watching, and less so from Ted Cruz.